Welcome to Review Central's English Proficiency Reviewer Drills. This is episode 2, featuring drill questions on correct usage and sentence completion. English language proficiency is a typical subtest in many exams, including most high school and college admission and scholarship qualifying tests, some professional licensure and certification exams, and even some employment pre-qualifiers. English language proficiency is also a must to pass international language proficiency certification exams such as the TOEFL and the IELTS. If you are eyeing or are set to take any of these tests, then this reviewer is intended for you. There are 48 questions featured on this reviewer. All questions are modeled on actual questions that appeared on various English proficiency subtests. Take note that correct usage and sentence completion are categories of test questions under English language proficiency. They may appear together and separately, or just one or the other but representing both. We are lumping correct usage and sentence completion questions together on this drill. Before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to Review Central and click or press the bell button to make sure you get notified whenever we post a new reviewer or other review materials on this channel. Let's begin. Drill question number 1. The Royal Albert Hall, blank, South Kensington, London, was opened by Queen Victoria in 1871. A. At. B. On. C. In. D. Over. E. Along. The correct answer is C. In. Recall the rules in using prepositions when referring to places or locations. Use at when referring to a specific location or address. Use on when referring to avenues and street names. Use in when referring to a neighborhood or district, city, province, country, and so on. As a preposition, along means in a line next to something long and thin, such as a path, road, and so on. Over can be used when referring to a position that is above something, such as a bridge over the river, flying over the Pacific Ocean, and so on. Going back to our given sentence, the correctly completed sentence should read as: The Royal Albert Hall in South Kensington, London, was opened by Queen Victoria in 1871. Here's a very handy infographic guide that you can refer to when using prepositions to refer to either time or location. Drill question number 2. We will submit our report, blank, next month because our computer was damaged by the flood. A. Sometime. B. Sometime, 2 words. C. Sometimes. D. Sometimes, 2 words. E. Same time. The correct answer is A. Sometime. Sometime is an adverb which refers to an unspecified point in time. It is synonymous with at some point, as well as with some day, one day, or sooner or later. Note that using same time in the given sentence will not make it grammatically incorrect, but it does not make sense. Drill question number 3. Jose Garcia Villa, blank, E. Cummings praised for his collection of poetry, Have Come, Am Here, was suspended from the university after he had published his erotic poems. A. Whom? B. Who? C. Of whom? D. Which? E. That. The correct answer is A. Whom? The subordinating clause can be rephrased to E. Cummings praised him for his collection of poetry. Since the objective pronoun him can replace the missing word, the objective relative pronoun whom should be used. Drill question number 4. Paul likes taking pictures, blank, people. A. Of. B. Over. C. From. D. In. E. At. The correct answer is A. Of. Of is the correct preposition to use with taking pictures. We take pictures of something, like people, objects, places, and so on. Paul likes taking pictures from people may not be grammatically incorrect, but from is not an appropriate preposition in this case, unless the context of the sentence is that Paul likes stealing pictures that are in the possession of other people. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as: Paul likes taking pictures of people.
Drill question number 5. Which is the appropriate response to this sentence? Do you mind opening the window? A. Go ahead.
B. Why?
Do you feel hot?
C. Later.
I'm busy.
D. Yes, please.
I'd like that. E. Not at all.
The correct answer is E. Not at all.
That is, you do not mind opening the window, as requested.
Answer choices A and D might have been appropriate if the question was, do you mind if I open the window?
However, that is not the case.
The person is asking if you can open the window for him or her, not your permission for him or her to open the window.
Answer choices B and C are not only inappropriate but rude.
Asking for the reason for a simple request is tantamount to asking for a justification. If you do not wish to do it, or if for some reasons you cannot do it, then simply and politely say so.
Dismissing the request with later, I'm busy is super rude. It is a simple and politely made request. If for some reason you really cannot do it, then politely say so. You may say something like, I'm sorry but I cannot do it right now. I'll do it in a bit, or would you mind doing it yourself for now? Drill question number 6.
I've visited many museums, but my all-time favorite, blank, Smithsonian Museum's National Gallery of Art. A. Is. B. Is a.
C. Is the. D. Is not. E. Is not the. The correct answer is A.
From the answer choices, we can immediately eliminate D and E because of the presence of the word not. It contradicts the intent of the speaker in making the sentence. This correct usage item is really about whether to use the article, a, an, or, the, or not to use an article at all. As a general rule, the article, the, is used to describe a specific noun, whereas, a, or, an, is used to describe a more general noun. For this reason, the, is also referred to as a definite article, and, a, and, an, are referred to as indefinite articles. The definite article, the, is used before both singular and plural nouns when the noun is specific. In our given sentence, Smithsonian Museum's National Gallery of Art is a specific noun, therefore we need the definite article, the, correct?
Not so fast. There's actually a caveat to this general rule. There are a number of exceptions to the rule on the use of the definite article, the, when describing specific nouns. First, never use the before names of persons.
I love that Tom Cruise sounds more like either sarcastic or excessively patronizing, in our opinion. There are a few exceptions to this exception, one of which is when introducing a really famous or noteworthy person, like in The Michael Jordan, Ladies and Gentlemen. Second, use of the article, the, is unnecessary before singular proper nouns that refer to a specific place. I'm going to the Paris tomorrow just doesn't sound correct, does it? Our given sentence falls squarely under this exception. Smithsonian Museum's National Gallery of Art is a proper noun referring to a specific place, so adding the definite article, the, before it is unnecessary. There are also a few exceptions to this exception, such as when referring to certain names of countries like the United States of America,
the People's Republic of China, the Philippines, and a few others.
Using the in the given sentence can be acceptable, however, considering that it does sound okay.
But it is not the best sentence construction given the rules. Drill question number 7.
Economists feel blank about the rising prices of basic commodities.
A. Enthusiastic.
B. Eager. C. Energized. D. Anxious.
E. Oblivious.
The correct answer is D. Anxious.
In general, there is nothing to be eager, enthusiastic, or energized about the rising prices of basic commodities, so we can quickly eliminate answer choices A, B, and C. Economists cannot be oblivious about rising prices.
It is their job to closely monitor all economic indicators, so they will notice even the slightest movements, whether it's an increase or a decrease, in the prices of basic commodities.
So we're left with anxious, which is the appropriate reaction to the information presented in the given sentence. Drill question number 8. How should the budget committee blank the funds? A. Allot.
B. Allot.
C. Allots.
D. Allotted.
E. Will allot.
The correct answer is C. Allot. Allot, 2 words, a and lot, is an adverb which means very much or a great deal. The blank in the sentence calls for a verb, so we can quickly eliminate answer choice A. The remaining choices are different tenses of the verb allot, which, by the way, means to apportion. So which form of the verb is the correct one to use in the sentence?
The starting phrase, how should, suggests that the allotting is neither already done nor already a certainty to happen. For this reason we can eliminate both the answer choices for the past and future tenses.
The correct form is its simple present tense, allot.
Drill question number 9. There are 6 pencils, blank, the box. A. In. B. At. C. Into. D. To. E. On. The correct answer is A. In. To and into should have been the appropriate choices if the sentence has been, put 6 pencils, blank, the box. But that is not our given sentence, so we can quickly eliminate these 2 answer choices. The only real choices here are the prepositions of place in, on, and at. Here's a review central pro tip in quickly choosing the correct preposition of place to use. In general, we use at for a point, in for an enclosed space, on for a surface. Going back to our given sentence, box is obviously an enclosed space, so the correct preposition to use is in. A quick test that you can also do is to mentally replace in with inside. If the sentence still makes sense, then you have the right preposition. The correctly completed sentence should read as: there are 6 pencils in the box. Drill question number 10. How many pictures are there, blank, the wall? A. In. B. At. C. Into. D. To. E. On. The correct answer is E. On. Recall our pro tip in drill question number 9? Here it is again for your quick reference. Wall is a surface, so we put something on it. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as: how many pictures are there on the wall? Drill question number 11. The following passage is an excerpt from A Glimpse into the Life of Josephine Bracken by Augusto V. de Viana.
Called by Dr. Jose Rizal as his dulce extranjera, Josephine Bracken lived a short and largely sad life. Bracken was the daughter of Irish parents, James Bracken and Elizabeth McBride. Her father was a corporal in the British Army. Her siblings, blank, of 1 brother and 3 sisters, were born in different places where her father was stationed. Josephine was born in Hong Kong in 1876, where her mother died. Her father was unable to support his children and was forced to give Josephine up for adoption.
Choose the word or phrase that is most appropriate for the blank in the passage, taking into consideration the context of the whole passage. A. Made of. B. Composing. C. Contributed. D. Comprising. E. Consisting. The correct answer is E. Consisting. From the answer choices we can immediately eliminate made of and contributed, as they obviously do not fit the context of the sentence. Consist, comprise, and compose are all verbs used to describe what something is made of. But which of them is best fit to complete the given sentence? Composed might have worked, but not composing because of the presence of the preposition of. That is, her siblings, composed of one brother and 3 sisters, were born in different places where her father was stationed. Comprising might have also worked, but it will necessitate that we drop the preposition of. That is, her siblings comprising one brother and 3 sisters were born in different places where her father was stationed. Only consisting fits the sentence perfectly. That is, her siblings, consisting of one brother and 3 sisters, were born in different places where her father was stationed. Drill question number 12. Bad weather prevented the match, blank, going ahead. A. In. B. From. C. Of. D. With. E. By. The correct answer is B. From is the correct preposition to use with the verb prevented. Something is prevented from happening, or something prevents something from happening. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as: Bad weather prevented the match from going ahead.
Drill question number 13. Are you free, blank, Saturday? A. Into. B. At.
C. With. D. In.
E. On. The correct answer is E. On.
This must be a giveaway question, right?
Remember the very handy infographic guide that we shared to you in drill question number 1?
Here it is again for your quick reference. Going back to our given sentence. We are looking for the appropriate preposition of time to use in the sentence.
Days of the week fall under the more specific category, so the correct preposition to use is on. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as:
Are you free on Saturday?
Drill question number 14. The taxi driver spoke, blank, English.
I couldn't understand him.
A. Small.
B. A few. C. Very few. D. Very little.
E. More. The correct answer is D. Very little. For this given sentence, we are looking for the appropriate quantifier.
We use few and very little to show that we are talking about a small amount. Often we feel this amount is not enough or less than we expected. Few is for countable nouns. Very little is for uncountable nouns.
Note that we can use little without very, but it is less common and sounds quite formal. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as:
The taxi driver spoke very little English. I couldn't understand him.
Drill question number 15. Fiona is Irish, blank. A. Isn't it? B. Isn't she? C. Is she? D. Doesn't she? E. Wasn't she? The correct answer is B. Isn't she?
The given sentence is what is known as a tag question.
Do you recall your lesson on tag questions from your English 101? No?
Let's do a quick review then. A tag question is a special construction in English. It is a statement followed by a mini question. We use tag questions to ask for confirmation. They mean something like, is that right? Or do you agree? They are very common in English, especially spoken English. The basic structure of a tag question is either positive statement, followed by a negative tag, or negative statement, followed by a positive tag. Notice that the tag repeats the auxiliary verb, or main verb when be, from the statement and changes it to negative or positive. Here are some useful tips about tag questions. Tag questions are generally answerable by yes or no. You can use this to test if you constructed your tag question correctly. If the subject in the statement is a pronoun, we use the same pronoun in the tag. Example, she is pretty, isn't she?
If the subject in the statement is a noun, use its appropriate pronoun in the tag. John was absent yesterday, wasn't he?
Now let's go back to our given sentence.
The statement, Fiona is Irish, is a positive statement, therefore the tag should be negative. The subject of the statement is a noun, that is, Fiona, therefore we use its appropriate pronoun in the tag, that is, she. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as, Fiona is Irish, isn't she?
Drill question number 16. He doesn't play basketball, blank. A. Does he?
B. No.
C. Is he? D. Doesn't he?
E. Yes. The correct answer is A. Does he?
This is another tag question.
Our quick review on tag questions from the previous drill question should still be fresh in your memory, right?
So what's the proper construction for this tag question?
The statement is negative, that is, he doesn't play basketball.
The verb in our tag should be positive. The subject in the statement is a pronoun. We should use the same pronoun in the tag.
Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as, he doesn't play basketball, does he?
Drill question number 17. Blank, do you need, Marjorie? A. Which? B. What? C. When? D. Why? E. Where? The correct answer is B. What? When and where are generally used when asking for time and location, respectively, so we can quickly eliminate these two answer choices. Why is used when asking for a cause, reason, or purpose. We can also eliminate this answer choice. So now we're left with just what and which. We use both which and what to ask questions. We use which when there is restricted range of answers. Example, which is the capital of the Philippines, Manila or Quezon City? We use what more commonly when the range of answer is not restricted. Example, what is the capital of the Philippines? Back to our given sentence, there is no restricted range of answers provided, so the correctly completed sentence should read as, what do you need, Marjorie? Drill question number 18. The thief, blank, the police. A. Caught. B. Was caught. C. Was caught by. D. Caught by. E. Is caught by. The correct answer is C. Was caught by. The thief caught the police is not grammatically incorrect, but it doesn't make sense. The police catch thieves, not the other way around. Was caught and caught by both make incomplete and badly constructed sentences. Is caught by has a mismatch in the tenses of is and caught. The only choice that correctly and appropriately completes the sentence is C. The correctly completed sentence should read as, the thief was caught by the police. Drill question number 19. Did the incident, blank, the whole group? A. Affected. B. Affect. C. Affecting. D. Affected. E. Affect. The correct answer is B. Affect. Affect and effect are easy to mix up. Affect is a verb, and it means to impact or change. Effect is usually a noun. An effect is the result of a change. For our given sentence, the correct word to use is effect. As to its proper tense, the sentence is in the simple past tense for a question. The formula for asking a question in the simple past tense is did, plus the root form of the subject of the sentence, which is the incident, plus the root form of the verb, which is affect. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as, did the incident affect the whole group? Drill question number 20. Oh wow. There are 8 blank in our batch. A. Angela. B. Angelas. C. Angelus. D. Angeluses. E. Angels. The correct answer is C. Angelus. To form the plural of a name ending in A, E, I, O, or U, simply add S. An apostrophe is generally unnecessary. This rule applies to both given and last names. The correctly completed sentence should read as, "Oh wow! There are 8 Angelus in our batch."
Drill question number 21.
There are 3 blank in our class and they are all related to each other. A. Andy.
B. Andes.
C. Andes. D. Andes.
E. Anses.
The correct answer is D. Andes. Names and other proper nouns ending in Y become plural simply by adding an S. They do not form their plurals with an apostrophe, or by changing the Y to IES.
Drill question number 22. Choose the word that best completes the sentence. My friends and I, blank, to the park yesterday.
A. Left. B. Walked. C. Ate.
D. Played.
E. Studied. The correct answer is B. Walked. The preposition to after the blank indicates that the verb we are looking for must convey motion towards the park.
Therefore, the correct answer is walked.
The correctly completed sentence should read as,
My friends and I walked to the park yesterday. Drill question number 23. Her parents are in California. So are, blank. A. Mine. B. Myself. C. I. D. Them.
E. They. The correct answer is A. Mine. The answer choice is myself, I, and them can be eliminated outright because of the linking verb are. So are they is not grammatically incorrect, but it does not make sense because it is unclear who they is or are referring to. The speaker is actually referring to his or her own parents in the second sentence, so it can be replaced with, so are my parents. My parents can be represented by the possessive pronoun mine, taking context from somebody else's parents in the first sentence. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as,
Her parents are in California. So are mine. Drill question number 24. Choose the word that best completes the sentence.
Arian bit her lips, blank, before answering the question.
A. Confidently. B. Unwaveringly. C. Happily. D. Tentatively. E. Deliberately.
The correct answer is D. Tentatively. The sentence appears to convey uncertainty or lack of confidence.
Unwavering means firm and full of confidence, so it is the direct opposite of what the sentence is conveying. Deliberate means done consciously and intentionally. This also appears to convey confidence, which is opposite of what the sentence is conveying. Biting one's lips in the given situation can hardly be interpreted to convey happiness.
Tentative, on the other hand, means hesitant or without confidence, which is exactly what the sentence is conveying.
Drill question number 25. I think she is still ill. She looks even, blank, than yesterday. A. More ill. B. Iller. C. Worse. D. More worse. E. Worst. The correct answer is C. Worse. The adjectives ill and well, describing bad and good health, have irregular comparative forms. The comparative of ill is worse, and the comparative of well is better. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as, I think she is still ill. She looks even worse than yesterday. Drill question number 26. I'm a nurse. I, blank, a nurse for 11 years. A. Am. B. Was. C. Has been. D. Have been. E. Had been. The correct answer is D, have been. The first sentence indicates that the speaker remains a nurse at present, therefore the second sentence should be in the present perfect tense. The present perfect tense is an English verb tense used for past actions that are related to or continue into the present. The answer choices that are in the present perfect tense are, has been, and, have been. Between the two, have been matches with the first person pronoun I. Drill question number 27. Blank and her sisters are always visiting the mall. A, her. B, hers. C, herself. D, she. E, he. The correct answer is D, she. The sentence calls for a subjective pronoun. From the answer choices we can find only two subjective pronouns, he and she. Between the two, we know that it is the latter because of the second part of the subject, her sisters. Her can be both an objective or possessive pronoun, while hers is possessive. Herself is a reflexive third-person singular which is used as the object of the verb. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as, she and her sisters are always visiting the mall. Drill question number 28. You will not be excused, blank, of your reason. A, regarding. B, with regard. C, with no regard. D, irregardless. E, regardless. The correct answer is E, regardless. Regarding and with regard will not work because of the presence of the preposition of after the blank. Neither also fits the context of the sentence. With no regard can have the same meaning as regardless, but it should be followed by to instead of. Irregardless is sometimes used in lieu of regardless. However, many dictionaries don't consider irregardless a real word, and it should be avoided in formal or academic writing. You'll also run the risk of getting frowned at by your grammar Nazi friends for using it. The correct word to fill the blank is, of course, regardless. Regardless is an adverb meaning, despite everything. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as, you will not be excused regardless of your reason. Drill question number 29. They tried to, blank, a philosophy of nonviolence. A, adapt. B, adapt. C, adopt. D, add up. E, adage. The correct answer is C, adopt. Adapt, with an A, is a verb which means to make something suitable for a new use or purpose, or become adjusted to new conditions. Adept, with an E, is an adjective which means very skilled or proficient at something. Adopt, with an O, means to choose to take up, follow, or use. To add up is to increase in amount, number, or degree. It can also mean to perform the process of calculating the total value of two or more numbers or amounts. An adage is a proverb or short statement expressing a general truth. Going back to our given sentence, the to before the blank signals an action. Therefore, we are looking for a verb to fill in the blank. This eliminates adept and adage. Of the three verbs among the answer choices, adopt, with an O, is the most appropriate for the context of the given sentence. Drill question number 30. We can't store the boxes in this room because they're blank. A, isn't enough space. B, isn't enough spaces. C, aren't enough spaces. D, aren't enough space. E, is enough space. The correct answer is A, isn't enough space. Although normally space can be pluralized to spaces, in the context of our given sentence it is in singular sense. How come? There is only one room involved, so the space in said room is considered one. Any portion of that space is therefore less than one, so it is singular. Take note that a variation to there isn't enough space is, there is no enough space. This is particularly how it is used in Scottish English, and is becoming more and more used in colloquial or non-formal speeches and conversations. However, in case you encounter both variations in an English proficiency test and you are being asked to choose, always opt for the more formal. There isn't enough space. Drill question number 31. Things are better organized now. We have blank problems than before. A. Few. B. Fewer. C. Less fewer. D. Less. E. Little. The correct answer is B. Fewer. Problems are countable. In fact, some people like listing and counting their problems. The basic rule is to use the adjective fewer to describe countable items, otherwise, use the adjective less. Also, in general, if the noun is plural, use fewer, if it's singular, use less. Drill question number 32. Some people say Nasha is unfriendly but she is super nice, blank, me. A. To. B. Or. C. At. D. On. E. With. The correct answer is A. To. One person's niceness towards another is directional, so it requires the directional preposition, to. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as: Some people say Nasha is unfriendly but she is super nice to me.
Drill question number 33. Choose the word that best completes the sentence. I, blank, heard him shout at his pet dog. I think it's disgraceful. A. Barely. B. Suspiciously. C. Impressed. D. Somewhat. E. Distinctly.
The correct answer is E. Distinctly. The missing word appears to be an adverb to modify the verb heard, so we can immediately eliminate impressed, which is an adjective. If you barely or just somewhat heard a sound, then you cannot possibly say outright that it is disgraceful.
The same with suspiciously. It implies that you are not fully certain, so you also cannot possibly say outright that it is disgraceful.
On the other hand, to hear distinctly means to hear clearly and with certainty. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as:
I distinctly heard him shout at his pet dog. I think it's disgraceful. Drill question number 34. Blank, a strange and chaotic sound was heard all over the place.
A. Sudden.
B. Suddenly. C. All suddenly. D. Suddenly.
E. Suddenly. The correct answer is B. Suddenly. The blank in the given sentence calls for a word, specifically an adverb, which means abruptly or without warning. Sudden means soaked or heavy in moisture, so its adverb form suddenly does not fit the context of our given sentence. Sudden means abrupt or without warning, but we are looking for an adverb, so it should be suddenly.
Therefore, the correctly completed sentence is: Suddenly a strange and chaotic sound was heard all over the place. By the way,
all suddenly is most probably a malformed attempt to use the idiomatic expression, all of a sudden, which is synonymous with suddenly.
Drill question number 35.
Do not be absent, blank, your classes anymore. A. At.
B. To. C. In.
D. For.
E. From.
The correct answer is E. From. The most common error test takers typically make when they encounter this and similar questions is to choose in instead of from as the preposition after the word absent.
Don't make the same mistake. Take note of the following. Absent in indicates that a certain trait, element, etc., is not a part of something.
On the other hand, absent from indicates something, or usually someone, should be there but is not. In our given sentence, the word absent should be followed by the preposition from. It is because a person who is not present in the class is naturally absent from the class. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as:
Do not be absent from your classes anymore. Drill question number 36.
Songs in different languages, blank, by the choir in yesterday's Easter cantata. A. Sung.
B. Is sang. C. Was sung. D. Was sang.
E. Was sung. The correct answer is E. Was sung. The plural noun songs requires a plural verb. The time marker, yesterday, clearly indicates that the sentence must be in the past tense.
Having established that we need a plural verb in past tense form, we now need to decide whether to use sang or sung. Sang and sung are both past tense forms of the irregular verb sing. Sang is the simple past tense of sing, which means to make musical sounds with the voice. Sung is the past participle form.
Past participles refer to actions that are linked to other actions, and should always be used with a helping, or auxiliary, verb.
The most common English helping verb is to be.
Conjugated forms of to be that create a helping verb include is, am, was, were, being, been. Back to our given sentence, the correctly completed sentence should read as: Songs in different languages were sung by the choir in yesterday's Easter cantata. By the way, if we wish to express it in the simple past tense, sang, we simply restate the sentence as: The choir sang songs in different languages in yesterday's Easter cantata.
Drill question number 37. Neither beast nor man, blank, free from troubles. A. Is. B. Are. C. Is being. D. Are being. E. Were. The correct answer is A. Is. Either or and neither nor phrases often appear in grammar tests involving subject-verb agreement. The important thing to remember with these phrases is that the verb needs to agree with just one or the other subject, not both. The rule is to use the verb form of the subject that is nearest the verb. In our given sentence, man, which is singular, is nearest the verb, so the verb should be is. It shouldn't really matter since both beast and man are singular, so the verb should be is either way. What is really important to remember, however, is that the two singular subjects should not be added together to form a plural subject, which is the mistake being committed by many test takers when they encounter either or neither nor phrases. Drill question number 38. From whom did the invitation, blank? A. Come. B. Comes. C. Coming. D. Came. E. Has came. The correct answer is A. Come. This is a simple and very basic English sentence construction, but many test takers get it wrong. Can you guess what wrong answer is often chosen? It is the past tense form, came. When they see the past tense, did they automatically choose also the past tense form of the main verb? This, of course, is wrong. Here's the basic rule involving did. When using the auxiliary verb did together with a main verb, the main verb should appear in its base form and not in its past tense form. A helpful way to remember this is that when there is an auxiliary verb, the main verb does not need to be marked for tense, because the tense is shown in the auxiliary. The correctly completed sentence should read as: From whom did the invitation come? Drill question number 39. She was caught, blank, during the meeting. A. Aware. B. Awares. C. Inaware. D. Unaware. E. Unawares. The correct answer is E. Unawares. Many non-native English speakers find this confusing and would tend to choose unaware, without the S. After all, the opposite of aware is simply unaware. The reason for the confusion is because the phrase caught unawares is an English idiom. Like many idioms and idiomatic expressions, native English speakers have been using them naturally and just know that they are correct without having to reference the grammar rules. Non-native English speakers, on the other hand, had to learn the language from learning the grammar rules. That is why non-standard constructions like idioms can be quite confusing. There is, in fact, a simple and straightforward way to distinguish between unaware and unawares. Unaware is an adjective while unawares is an adverb. Unawares may sound like a colloquial variant of unaware, but in fact the word goes back centuries, and every dictionary lists it as an adverb. The S here is one of the few remnants of a practice in Old and Middle English of creating adverbs with the S ending. Going back to our give sentence, even if we are not familiar with the idiom, caught unawares, as long as we know that unaware is an adjective and unawares is an adverb, we should correctly choose unawares because the blank in the sentence requires an adverb to modify the verb caught. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as: She was caught unawares during the meeting. Drill question number 40. My dad gave Tristan and blank some UAAP season tickets. A. Me. B. I. C. Them. D. Us. E. Myself. The correct answer is A. Me. Many test takers wrongly choose I as their correct answer, when in fact the correct answer should be me. But what is the rule in using I or me? When do we use I and when do we use me? Here's the very simple rule. Use the pronoun I when the person speaking is doing the action, either alone or with someone else. Use the pronoun me when the person speaking is receiving the action of the verb in some way, either directly or indirectly. Going back to our given sentence, the person speaking is not doing the action. His or her dad is. On the other hand, the person speaking, together with Tristan, is receiving the action, so we should use the pronoun me. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as: My dad gave Tristan and me some UAAP season tickets. Drill question number 41. Parents and students prefer the Ateneo, blank, other private colleges and universities because of the unique Jesuit education it provides. A. Than. B. More than. C. To. D. Compared to. E. From. The correct answer is C. To. We generally use prefer to when we are talking about two nouns, such as in, I prefer tea to coffee. And for gerunds like in, I prefer knitting to sewing. On the other hand, we use prefer than between two infinitives. For example, I prefer to knit than to sew. Going back to our given sentence, the correctly completed sentence should therefore be: Parents and students prefer the Ateneo to other private colleges and universities because of the unique Jesuit education it provides. By the way, although not among the answer choices, another preposition that is often used with prefer is over. So assuming both to and over are included in the answer choices, which one should you choose? We recommend you still choose to instead of over. The use of prefer over in place of prefer to, as in, I prefer apples over oranges, is a relatively recent phenomenon. The expression only started gaining a little bit of ground in American literature in the 1940s and was almost non-existent in British literature until around 1980. Nonetheless, it is still about 10 times less common than prefer to, and many native speakers consider it unnatural. Choose over only if to is not among the answer choices. Drill question number 42. Fill in the blank with the word, phrase, or clause that will best complete the thought of the sentence. From being the sick man of Asia, the Philippines, blank, a tiger economy in 2015 after showing rapid economic growth over the last few decades. A. Becomes. B. Became. C. Has become. D. Have become. E. Had became. The correct answer is B. Became. The event happened in a specific time in the past, so the verb should be in the simple past tense. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as: From being the sick man of Asia, the Philippines became a tiger economy in 2015 after showing rapid economic growth over the last few decades. Drill question number 43. Fill in the blank with the word, phrase, or clause that will best complete the thought of the sentence. The blank Diwata sculpture proves Guillermo Tolentino's mastery of classical statuary. A. Beautiful, concrete, life-size, white. B. Life-size, beautiful, white, concrete. C. Concrete, white, life-size, beautiful. D. Beautiful, life-size, white, concrete. E. White, concrete, beautiful, life-size. The correct answer is D. Beautiful, life-size, white, concrete. It is not a well-known grammar rule, but did you know that multiple adjectives used together to describe the same noun or pronoun should follow a set sequence? Adjectives in a series follow the do/comp rule. Let's take this opportunity to do a quick review of the do/comp rule, shall we? So what's the do/comp rule? Do/comp is actually an acronym representing the prescribed order of adjectives in a series. D stands for determiners. Words like a, or some, or several, go at the beginning. We also put adverbs like really and very at the beginning, right after the determiners. O is opinion. Adjectives like pretty, horrible, lovely. S is for size. Examples are huge, tiny, big, little. A stands for age. Examples of adjectives denoting age include old, young, new. SH is for shape, such as round, square, triangular. C means color, black, red, yellow. O means origin, such as British, Chinese, French. M is for material, like woolen, wooden, silk. And finally, P stands for purpose. Is it for writing? Such as in writing paper. Is it for school? Like school shoes. Going back to our given sentence, the correct answer is beautiful, opinion, life-size, size, white, color, concrete, material. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as: the beautiful, life-size, white, concrete Diwata sculpture proves Guillermo Tolentino's mastery of classical statuary. Drill question number 44. Complete the sentence by choosing the best answer. They, blank, walk for as fast as 4 miles per hour if they, blank, reach their destination before the full moon festival. A, have to, and, want to. B, had to, and, want to. C, have to, and, wanted to. D, has to, and, want to. E, had to, and, wanted to. The correct answer is A, have to, and, want to. The choices had to, and, want to, and have to, and, wanted to, can be immediately eliminated since each verb pair is not parallel with each other. The sentence is not in the past tense, so we can also eliminate had to and wanted to. Since we have the plural subject they, we have to go with the plural verb have. The completed sentence should read as: they have to walk for as fast as 4 miles per hour if they want to reach their destination before the full moon festival.
Drill question number 45. Complete the sentence by choosing the best answer.
In their manifesto, the researchers group said that they, blank, in no uncertain terms, all forms of plagiarism.
A, conduct. B, condone. C, condole. D, condemn.
E, contain. The correct answer is D, condemn.
This question is a test of vocabulary.
Conduct means to carry out, condone means to allow, condole means to sympathize, while contain means to control. The context is about a researchers group's manifesto and plagiarism, so condemn, which means to express complete disapproval of something, is the only possible answer. The completed sentence should read as: in their manifesto, the researchers group said that they condemn, in no uncertain terms, all forms of plagiarism.
Drill question number 46. Complete the sentence by choosing the best answer.
The, blank, firefighter almost, blank, because of the intense heat from the burning cornfield. A, 40 years old, and, passed off. B, 40-year-old, and, passed out. C, 40-year-old, and, passed out. D, 40-year-old, and, passed away. E, 40 years old, and, pass away. The correct answer is B, 40-year-old, and passed out. We have to hyphenate 40-year-old since it modifies the word firefighter, which comes after it. The words 40, year, and old form a single word in this case, so all three words must be joined together with hyphens. The second blank calls for a word that is synonymous to lost consciousness, which is passed out.
Passed out should not be hyphenated. Take note that passed away means died.
Although it is not grammatically incorrect to, and even actually possible for passed away to replace passed out in the sentence, passed out, which means lost consciousness, is still the more likely and appropriate answer.
Exposure to intense heat, although may result to death, will more probably result to loss of consciousness. Direct exposure to the flames in a burning structure may more likely result to death.
The completed sentence should read as: the 40-year-old firefighter almost passed out because of the intense heat from the burning cornfield.
Drill question number 47. Fill in the blank with the word, phrase, or clause that will best complete the thought of the sentence.
Sexual orientation can be generally understood in terms of three categories: blank.
A, comma, followed by heterosexual, homosexual, and bisexual. B, colon, followed by including heterosexual, homosexual, and bisexual. C, colon, followed by heterosexual, homosexual, and bisexual. D,
semicolon, followed by
heterosexual, homosexual, and bisexual.
E, period, followed by
heterosexual, homosexual, and bisexual. The correct answer is C. This question is about correct usage of punctuations.
A colon is used before an enumeration, leaving us with only two choices, B and C.
We do not need including after the colon, since it will be redundant.
Therefore, we can also eliminate B, leaving us with only C, which is the correct answer.
Drill question number 48. Had the truck driver been more careful, the accident A. cannot happen. B. will not have happened. C. would not have happened. D. had not happened. E. have not happened. The correct answer is C. would not have happened.
The sentence requires the proper verb form in a type 3 conditional sentence, that is, untrue in the past. If the if clause is in the past perfect, that is, had been more careful, the result clause should use would have, plus past participle, that is, would not have happened. Therefore, the correctly completed sentence should read as:
had the truck driver been more careful, the accident would not have happened.
You have just watched episode 2 of Review Central's English Language Proficiency Reviewer Drills, featuring drill questions on correct usage and sentence completion. By now you should be ready to take on any exam featuring correct usage and sentence completion in English. The drill questions we featured in this particular episode have been carefully curated to present to you as many of the typical correct usage questions that are known to have appeared on exams. If you wish to watch more English Language Proficiency Reviewer Drills, check out our English Language Proficiency Reviewer Drills playlist. Check out also our other reviewer drill playlists for other topics. If you haven't done so yet, please don't forget to subscribe to Review Central, and click or press the bell button to make sure you get notified whenever we post a new reviewer or other review materials on this channel. Please like if you find this video useful and feel free to share to anyone who may also benefit from it. We wish you all the best on your forthcoming exam.